Welcome to Siuntio. This store has been funded by Västnyländska Kultursamfundet as an EU project. Sjundby Castle. For almost 450 years, the grey granite castle of Sjundby has watched over the rolling landscape and the river rapids between Tjusträsk and Vikträsk. Mention of a manor farm at Sjundby goes back even earlier, however, to 1417. The castle itself was built by Admiral and Field Colonel Jakob Henriksson Hestesko and was later taken over by the Tott family, who kept it for 4 generations. During this time the castle played host to Sigrid Vasa, daughter of Karin Månsdotter and Erik XIV, and wife to Henrik Larsson Tott. In the latter half of the 17th century, the property had several owners, among them Queen Christina of Sweden and Cabinet Minister Gustav Sparre. Since 1698 it has been the Adlercreutz family estate. In the 18th century the castle suffered as a result of Russian advances during the Great Unrest, and a dreadful fire destroyed all there was of wooden construction as well as several buildings and the bridge over the rapids. One of the most famous people to spend time at the castle during the 20th century was the artist Helene Skärfbeck. Her relations lived there. She was cousin to the current owner's grandmother. She found inspiration at Sjundby and painted both the ballet shoes and Sjundby Manor during her stays there. When the Soviet Union took over the Porkkala region in 1944, the castle found itself on the wrong side of the border. The enormous moving out process was squeezed into 10 days and the family was not to return for 11 years. The castle, which had served as a staff and entertainment facility, was badly damaged on the inside. Internal windows were gone, door handles had disappeared, old hand-painted wallpapers were covered in layers of paint, and the tile stoves had been fired to pieces. The room alongside the second-floor hall had been turned into a lavatory, and holes sawn into the floor so that the soldiers might relieve themselves. When the owners returned, the hallway below was still full of excrement. The castle building, with its 2-meter thick walls and its deep vaulted cellars, has been meticulously renovated since the Soviet withdrawal in 1956, although Russian inscriptions on the old dairy wall still bear witness to the time when the castle was a part of the Soviet naval base. Over 100 buildings have been found in the area, and Sjundia Savings Bank once had an office inside the castle. An 18th century grain store stands by the bridge over the rapids, and further downstream the turbines of a power station provide electricity for the castle and neighboring buildings wherever the water level makes this possible. Sjundby's most famous ghost goes by the name of Hamten. This spectre may be seen to walk along the edge of the chapel mound, his head under his arm. A Catholic chapel stood here during medieval times, and by all accounts a graveyard. Several skeletons have been recovered here, one of them buried in the wrong direction with his head between his knees. This man, perhaps a criminal, is said to be the one that now haunts the grounds. The castle is still a private residence of descendants from the Adlercreutz family. Tourist groups are welcomed, although their numbers are limited. The granite grain store by the power station on the rapids is hired out for various arrangements.